Hey you guys, so I have to put this content out because of how deeply and divinely I'm being guided to. I archived a lot of this footage. I just didn't want to deal with this. I don't want the negativity. I didn't want the drama. But my higher self knows that I'm here to do a job. I'm not one of those complacent citizens that just allows our shadow government to run amok. And this actually is a phenomenon that is beyond the United States. This is a global operation. And I am not here to be subservient to it. We're really under this blanket of basically delusion when it comes to our human rights. And another thing I want to say is before I start talking about all this, and I know very well that many of those people may want to predispose me to their negativity, their blame, their shape shifting and projection. Evil, destruction, and chaos rules in this lower plane, this lower earth plane of our existence. So just putting this information out, I already have to protect myself, shield myself, and send all of that energy back. So if you're watching me, you are being watched. And if you send me any type of negative, evil eye, just know it's already back on you. Now, I want to shift my attention back to my loyal subscribers. I want to thank you for the work that you've done here. You've worked right alongside me for these, whatever decade, 11, 12 years that I've been in social media. And if you've followed me long enough, you'll recognize that my numbers never go up. I don't get subscribers. And really, one of the main reasons is because you can hear my voice right now. I have rights. And I can speak on things that a lot of other humans, are not allowed to. And I can show you what my job is to do here and now. And it is to expose these demons. Now, you can, laugh all you want and say, oh, she thinks she's a cop or something. Yes, I do. And I know my agency. I know the value that I bring to the table in terms of the work that I do. So over the years, there has been numerous occasions that have shown me that this is my niche. These investigations have gone on. I've been trained, you see, very closely with a lot of these federal agents, a lot of these officers and sheriffs. They sent me right in. And I've been in the field working with them, working with all types of divisions. So I want to let you know, yes, I do have some jurisdiction, and maybe it's not in the lower third dimensional satanic realm. Maybe I have keys to higher worlds that actually dictate these lower systems. So what I want to share with you today are just two of the instances. And like I said, this has been going on for years, numerous experiences of mine. But I've just learned how to deal with it. I'm not the only one going through this. There are hundreds of thousands of people. This is going on a large scale. But guess what? Not many people are talking about it because of the fear tactic. Exactly what I'm doing right now, they don't want you to do. And it takes a brave, courageous souls to get through those barriers. I had to give myself a huge pep talk, and I'm still working through it right now, but I know that this is what the Lord is calling me to do, because evil can perpetuate. Evil becomes commonplace when good people do nothing. So the first scene I want to show you is taking place at a spa in Desert Hot Springs, California. And this is a spa that I've gone to numerous times, and I was getting very big red flags over the years that something was not quite right in this location. And so I was being sent in, I've performed numerous operations to create fear tactics and to basically invade and entrench on people's rights, their space. And when I mean like literally invade on people's space, I want you to take a look at these men in the women's locker room. Now, this is during normal hours. People are literally in that room getting massages. I was trying to go take a shower, but this was, like I said, during normal hours. These men had absolutely zero reason to be in the ladies' locker room. And I will tell you, this is not normal human behavior. These are programmed, completely hypnotized, sick, demonic souls that are being used to create this gang stalking situation. So, of those of you who are listening or watching, how many times have you paid to go into a spa and then basically get followed and harassed into your locker room by the opposite sex? But not just that, have their bosses, the managers come in, the person overseeing come in and gaslight you and say that it's your fault. You're first harassed, gaslighted, and then the customer service, is out the door, because you know why? They're all in it together. So you can see this woman, she is like the spa director here. She's one of the people that like sign everybody in. She's the woman that you would go to basically have some sort of customer care or service. And this woman is now upset with me to the point where she yells at me, throws her pen at me. So there's a physical assault. To document this, because this is actually illegal to let men in ladies' lockers room. So
no, they were in here to their meetings. They're gonna do something here.
Yeah, but it's illegal. They're like looking at us up and down.
They were here in here first of all. I know I should let you know.
She also goes out of her way to basically humiliate. Now, like I said, these aren't humans. These are demons. They're actors. They're perps. Now look at all these different characters. I want you to take a look at all the behavior. This is a spa. Everyone should be relaxed. There should be a safety mode on. And yet there's men in the locker room hazing you, harassing you. Their boss, a woman, comes in and throws a pin at your head. She just threw something at me. No, you have a bad employee. She just threw her pin at me. Yes, she did. Look at the floor. There's a pin on the floor. These are liars. Okay. They're predators and they hurt people.
Okay.
They just threw a pin at me. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
I know. These are demons. These aren't even humans. They're demonic souls. You are sick. You threw a pin at your guest. You're going to get away with that?
Let's stop.
Hell no.
Let's stop.
Hell no. She's gotten away with throwing stuff at me. Your men are getting away at being predatorial towards me. No, you're fucked up. You're a demon. Even though it's completely illegal. So the work that we do is we basically send their demonic influences back to these spirits in hopes that they will gain enlightenment. They will learn from the negative karma. So we're not sending black magic. We're just sending their negative intent and the focus and energy that they had put upon their victim. We go ahead and send it back to them for basically their growth. And I'll be honest, as we've done work on certain souls, I've posted numerous videos with people's faces. I've seen the shift. I've witnessed the power of what we do on this channel. These people do not get away with it. And it's not just the karmic debt, it is literally a change in the tide of the energy. The evil perpetuating gets nipped, spread of darkness just gets cleared. So, like I said, we are not doing black magic here. We are reinforcing the light forces. This is how it works. They're all protected. They're all under the guise of this oversoul demon that owns this desert hot spring spa. So any of you out there who don't like cops, I'm probably going to give you another reason not to like cops. I myself, I'm neutral. I've been out on the road for a very long time working and training very closely with these people. I've wanted to get to know them and their strategy and why they are out here as sheriffs, troopers, cops. I've wanted to know their psyche. I've learned a lot about psychology over the years, and with these people, they like these other demons are not in control of their vessels. Another situation happened where give these cops no, they get no benefit of the doubt, but the reason why they were there was because of the main oversoul demon created the storyline. Okay, I'm out on BLM. For clarification, that means Bureau of Land Management, in which that means I'm allowed to park my vehicle for up to 14 days legally. Really far out. There's nothing around. No one's around me. And yet these hikers will come out of nowhere and they'll just be like with their dogs and whatnot. And I just observe them and I have no interaction with them. I have no negativity. But I noticed there's a white woman. She's particularly looking at my trailer as she's walking out with her dog on the land. And I get the vibe that she's a perp. I knew from the very beginning, just the way she kept monitoring me. I'm like, wow, lady, I'm in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing out here. What are you trying to do? You know? And she kind of circled me. She didn't see me, but she saw the trailer. And then I noticed she went way back to her truck. Blonde woman around aged 50 or 60 years old, driving a black GMC or Chevy truck with a hard camper topper on the back, probably lives somewhere in the vicinity of Ridgecrest, California. And then she starts staring at me from way far away, just standing, didn't even move. And I'm kind of just gathering my things outside and just kind of weirded out. And I'm like, okay, somebody is definitely watching and stalking me, and I know in the back of my head, I already get my guides giving me red flags and telling me exactly what's happening, protect yourself, you're gonna be attacked by this woman. Lo and behold, 2 sheriffs come out of nowhere and pull up to my trailer, and the first thing they say is, ma'am, we've had a call that there is a dog running around with a bullet in its head. Okay? So I said, and who told you that? Oh, we just got a call. It was her. So that's the demonic oversoul. She had to create a storyline. She's working. So it was the woman, the perp. She created a false storyline, basically a threat. Now, they weren't looking for a dog with a bullet in its head. They were looking for their opportunity to create that storyline. And this is how I know why. Because they were not okay with just me letting them know that everything's fine, officer. There's no problem. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I started to feel very unsafe because they started to crowd me and they wanted to look in my trailer. Me, knowing my rights, said, hell no. F off. Come back with a warrant. He took that, duly noted, but that wasn't enough. He said, I need to see if you have a dog. And at that point, I can't lie. But Opie was asleep inside. Opie is 14 and a half years old, elderly. He could barely get up that morning. And yet, this cop wants and demands to see this 14-year-old dog. Now, I reluctantly start to tell Opie to come outside. And you guys are like being very intrusive. So, we have Fajardo. Can you say your name?
Deputy Fajardo.
He just pulled a gun on my dog, and we are of no threat whatsoever. And I have S. Estrada here as well. Pulled his on an elderly dog and a little girl, 115 pounds, and I'm alone here.
We're here. Somebody passed by. They said that they saw the dog with a gunshot wound to the head.
And then this officer pulled a gun on my dog, which makes absolutely no sense. And now he's acting threateningly to my property, to my space. I'm on BLM, by the way. There's a BLM sign right there. That means I'm legally allowed to park here. They have no reason to be here.
Yeah, minus that call.
There is no dog with a gunshot wound, and there would have been if you would have acted any more out of accordance with alignment.
If you want that incident number for the report.
My dog is not aggressive. He's 14 years old. You are coming around my space with a gun. He's doing his job. You are the threat, and you will be reported today, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Would you like that case number?
You will be reported today, absolutely. This is an encroachment. You are threatening another dog that is safe and sound, and you would have killed him because of some random call. Somebody's obviously ill out here. Do you see that? Somebody called you and said there's a dog out here with... That is not even a real call. You guys get the fuck out of here.
Alrighty. You have a good day, ma'am.
Look at this fat fuck, man. Yeah, I gotta report you guys for that. That's an encroachment on my rights. Yep. Yep, that's it. Get the fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. These are not cops, you guys. This is the New World Order type cop. This is Black Label, basically. They are not here to publicly serve in any way. What happened was, as soon as Opie stepped outside of my door, apparently Opie looks scary. He's almost 15, but scary, right? Especially for a cop in a bulletproof vest with a gun. He is a sheriff, probably in the jurisdiction of Inyo Kern, California, somewhere in that vicinity. He proceeds out of so much fear. Like I said, he's got his bulletproof vest on. He sees a 15-year-old dog step out of his own trailer. And Opie lets out a "Arr!" That was enough for him to grab his gun. Yeah, you know where this is going. And threaten this 15-year-old animal. Now, me and Opie had a moment where, his life flashed before my eyes. Yeah, we know exactly what you're doing. You want to threaten my family? You want to threaten me? You're doing it publicly. So, this type of threat can't go unknown or unheard. So I made the decision not to go to the ordinances on this one. I didn't talk to the captain because he would have gotten away with it with just a slap on the wrist, basically. I am bringing in higher government. I'm bringing in higher forces on this one. I know that the only way I'm going to get to him to reprimand his demonic, effed up existence is to make sure that this goes beyond global. This is galactic. Okay? The Galactic Federation is now fully aware of who this person is, who these men are. And these are just one of many thousands, probably, of cops that are programmed by the shadow government to basically strip away human rights, to threaten, kill, maim animals, humans, kids. They are the deliberate destruction of the human civilization. And they don't just come in the form of these cops. And that's why I wanted to share with you guys that we are in a war. I'm going to pour my tea now. And I'm going to take a sip. There is no more complacency. There's only transparency. I want to thank you beforehand for your prayers, your sciences, and the magic that you produce. You're co-creators. And we're no longer creating this dark void. We're no longer allowing this evil to perpetuate. Stand. Stand with me.